Oil prices dropping this morning after Iraq signed a deal to resume crude exports via Turkey, avoiding the Strait of Hormuz. For more, let's bring in Bloomberg's energy reporter Anthony Paola joining us from Dubai. Anthony, how significant is this then, not just for Iraq and their revenues, but of course for the global oil markets?
Yeah, good morning, Tom. I think it's more significant for the first. This has been an issue for Iraq for a long time, trying to work out some of the kinks of their northern exports. It's been a problematic situation for years, really. They've had a pipeline dispute over pipeline fees with Turkey that stopped flows completely. Once they agreed to resume flows, then they had a dispute with the Kurdish region over payments and internal transfers of who would get the income for the oil and how that would go to pay for government services. So this has been a long process, and it comes at a terrible time for the global oil market now, because we do have the Strait of Hormuz completely blocked off. So we don't have any oil, for the most part, going through Strait of Hormuz out of the Persian Gulf, and that's impacted Iraq too. They've had to shut in about 3/4 of their production, so they really need that northern export route. At the moment, it looks like they're going to export about 500,000 barrels a day through that route. That's been the agreement, and that includes some oil from some northern fields in northern Iraq that are operated by the central government, and then some fields in the Kurdish region that are operated by international companies. So what will be really important to watch for the global oil market is if they can keep that agreement together and keep that production going. So they've had these issues of, again, as I said, payment disputes. The international companies in Kurdistan, in the Kurdish region, were declining to produce because they didn't have an agreement for payment from the federal government. There's also the security situation, because Iran or Iranian-linked militias have been bombing fields in the Kurdish region using drones, using missiles. And so that's caused also a shut-in of production there at various points as well, too. So they need to keep the economics and the politics of that pipeline agreement and the payment agreement running, and they'll need to keep the security situation underhand in order for those producers to keep pumping that oil and keep getting that to the global markets, Tom.